Mike Jones here with Ken's. It's Christmas time. Merry Christmas to you and your family and your friends. But guess what? This whole show is about Christmas specials for you and for your family. We have awesome no credit check financing. We have 4-month layaway if you kind of need to extend it past Christmas. We got free installation on all car stereo. We have home theater teams, church teams, security teams. Everything is it's all in place just for you. My brother and I own Ken Stereo. We're a 42-year-old company, and this is what we're known for. I'm gonna let you peek over my shoulder here. We're known for in-store service. That means we service what we sell. My dad and my uncle started this company. When they started it, the idea behind it was if we can't repair it, we don't want it in our company, and that's the way it stands today. You're gonna love the show. It is awesome.
Real Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
All right, we are in the car audio, video, ATV world inside here. This is Austin. He is our manager of the sales floor, and he's my nephew, so be nice. And he's third generation, so he's going to be around a lot longer than me because he's young and beautiful. Now, here we are, Austin. Give us an idea. What is the deal? Christmas deal. What is the Christmas deal? Go.
Okay, so some of our Christmas specials that we have going on right now is we have Alpine door speakers, which are these right here. They're $99 a pair.
Ouch, that's awesome.
Installed. Now that's installed, free installation.
Now, they're 99 bucks for a pair. I know some of the cars need special brackets and stuff like that, but for 99 bucks repair for Alpine quality is kind of unheard of. All right, go. What else we got? Go.
So we're playing it on this radio right here. So right now, this radio is on sale for $219. So that's going to have your Bluetooth, so you can answer your phone calls, you can stream your music, you can play a CD. Like, you know, some people still like to play CDs.
He's making fun of me. That's okay.
You have that option. Of course, you have your USB in case you want to charge up your phone or auxiliary. We have all those options that you're wanting.
So this is AM, FM, CD with Bluetooth, right? So it has pre-outs. We can add a sub, 200 watt amp. Of course, USB, so I can plug in a thumb drive. I can charge my phone or whatever I want to do. 219 bucks. That's free installation as well, right? All right, go. What do we got next? Do it.
Okay, so the next thing that we have going on right now, Alpine actually just released their newest sub line or boxes that they have going on called their Halo series. So this is what their boxes are right here. They make it in an S series and an R series. You can see obviously how beautiful they are. They are ported. And also what's really, really cool is when you buy one of these subs, if you decide you want more bass, you can buy another one. So Alpine makes a kit where you can actually attach two of these boxes together.
Oh, very nice.
It looks like one.
All right, so you can have a dual 10 and they just trim kit together.
Exactly together.
Ah, very, very nice. So 10s and 12s, and what do these start at money's-wise for Christmas?
So these are $399, and then the 12 is $419. So for only $20 more, you can get a 12-inch sub, which is going to give you a little bit lower end bass that a lot of people like.
Now, it's cool about these, and a lot of people, here's the #1 concern when people come in is they want to know if they can be mounted in the vehicle, which we do mount them for, and like if you get into a car accident or whatever, we don't want this thing shifting around. So we mount these to your vehicle, whether you do a 10 or a 12 or whatever brand you do. It's very important, and that is a no-charge part of what we do as well. Now, last but not least, let's talk about what I call Old Faithful, the Alpine 650. It's been the radio. It's been the radio of 2020 for us. That's definitely the most popular. Go right here and tell us what it's all about.
Yeah. So this one's going to have your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto. So you'll be able to plug up your phone straight to the radio. You'll be able to pull up your maps, your apps, you know, Waze in case you want to see where the cops are, of course, like I do in my car. I like to go fast.
So with that, you'll be able to plug in your iPhone as like here. And once this goes and programs into your phone, this allows this to become, we've talked about this before, but this allows the radio to become the phone. Yep. There's my CarPlay, as you can see, phone calls, there's my favorites, there's my mama, there's my boo, all these, now here's my voicemails. You know, everything is simple, and it allows your Maps, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and everything to come through. Now, this is not $399, it's $50 off, am I correct?
It's $349.
So $349, again with free installation, and this is a radio that we have in stock this very instant, am I correct?
Yes.
So Austin kind of being the boss at our Macon location, we have Scott at our Warner Robins location, so get it, Christmas is on, am I right?
Oh, I know it.
Christmas is on, the deals are on, and it's ready for you. Merry Christmas. All right, we got past the special, I used to say car audio, but it's car audio, car video, side-by-sides. But I want you to get an idea of where I am in inventory. This is completely and utterly amazing based on the 2020 year we've had, but it's Christmas, and our Christmas is serving you at Christmas, and what we have is Alpine speakers Type S and Type R in stock. Now keep in mind that we just was talking about the Type S Alpine 6.5s are $99 for a pair. for deuce, and they come with free installation. Now, some of the vehicles you have to have a speaker kit or an adapter. That stuff's very expensive, anywhere from $10 to $19. But again, labor is free unless we do some crazy cutting and modifying, which I encourage. Type R speakers anywhere from about $149 to $299. Basically, that's these, the big brother to these as far as power goes. Rockford Fosgate, I have P1s, P2s, P3s in stock in 10s, 12s, and 15s, as you can see stacked up. I have so many people requesting the new P2, and I'll show you why, because it's an absolute beast at 800 watts of power in their 10 or their 12. And then a lot of people will come in here and look at the P1s and stuff depending on your price. Keep in mind, woofers are starting anywhere from like $119 a piece. Come right here. Rockford Fosgate has these 6.5s and 6x9s that came out. The P series of their speakers are two-way. They come with a grill, and I know that sounds weird to say that it comes with a grill, but a lot of speakers don't come with grills anymore. So for you guys with the vintage cars, we have a way to put a grill on. Very, very good construction. Rockford Fosgate's been around a long, long, long time. Guess what? $99 to $149 for a pair. Now, so when you come in, just kind of come and talk to the guys, because during Christmas, folks want to know, hey, what do I buy my husband? What do I buy my wife? What do I buy my kids? Well, everybody loves music, and if you have a factory stereo, you know, even at best, it's 15 to 18 watts, unless it's some crazy Martin Levinson, you know, Harman Kardon thing. So when you come in, I've got a way to make everything sound good. We are doing installations all the way to the 24th, and then right again on the 26th, so we can kind of get everything. If you want to wrap it up and put it under the tree, you know, that's what you wrap it up. We can already have you ready to go. You come in and we get you taken care of. So think about the gift ideas. I'm going to say it one more time to you. $99 and up for speakers. Woofers $119 and up, right? Free installation. Subwoofer boxes from $79 and up. Amplifiers for $149 and up. Amp kits from $29 and up. So it's very easy to get your Christmas song, whether it's for your loved one or for you. And that's cool. All right, so I gave you a good demo here. This is an amazing theater. Now, the reason I say that to you is before this was a theater. Again, we don't even have chairs in place. We just finished. It's all cleaned up. It's perfect. That is not a 10-foot screen. That's a 133-inch full HD screen. Now, what you need to know is, I'm sure you can see in the cutaway right now, behind this was a massive window with blinds. This is the outside of the house. So what we did is we came in, we filled in the window, we sheetrocked it, we trimmed it out on the outside so it's pretty from the outside. We reset the blinds so it can still be a window later down the road. We reset the trim, and then we built out the frame for the screen. This is what we do. I have my own carpenter, I have my own electrician, I got painter, I've got installers, and this is what they do. They literally come in here and they invent. Because I'm in the upstairs, there was plenty of attic space for me to run cables. Inside the closet, I put all my equipment in the closet. So in here, all my stuff is hidden and tucked in. The remote control works through the walls. It keeps it really, really simple. Now, she wanted massive power for her family, so we did Klipsch to the rescue. These are Klipsch towers. These are a new series in the reference side. 6.5-inch woofer, horn tweeter. They sound phenomenal. A matching center channel. Now, here's what's cool about Klipsch, what you need to know is, what they do is they build their speakers what they call timbre matching. So what that means is the tweeter that is in the tower speaker is the same as the tweeter that's in the center channel. It's the same as the tweeter that's in the flush mount speakers. And because that is they all have the same sound. Whether you're listening to music, or you're watching a game, or you're watching a movie like this, it always has the proper sound envelopment, the surround sound that's built into the room. We have, I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of the woofer in the back right now, is a 500 watt 12-inch subwoofer. We have an additional 500 watts running all of the speakers. Now, Sony Projector back here, I'm gonna turn this light up just a little bit so you can see what it is. That's Sony's, it's called the 45ES. Now they make 5 or 6 different versions of this, laser versions. I think Sony's one of the best projectors made. It just produces absolute, fantastic, perfect quality. We've got Klipsch speakers right here, flush mount, 8-inch, two-way. The MX450, this is a very nice remote control that we use. I love this remote control, and it allows me to control everything. So if you'll see when I hit this, you know, there's my projector, there's my amplifier, my cable box, my Blu-ray, you know, everything all the way down to my Apple TV, and we're fixing to add an Xbox or a PlayStation for them as well. And this just allows you to control everything, even when it's behind closed doors. It keeps it really, really simple. The sound demo that you got there was so that you could hear how it moved through the room. In other words, we could feel the bass. The idea behind surround sound is it's not like loud sound. I have some people will come in and say, you know, I don't really want surrounds. I don't need all that going around me and all that. Well, it's not really about that. It is about hearing the dialogue where the dialogue is supposed to come from. When you go to the movie theater, the dialogue comes from the center of the screen, which is why that center channel is in place, and then all of our effects. Now, end of the day, I'm sure you're seeing cutaways while I've been talking about this. This took an entire day, but it only took an entire day. I just want to put that out there. We did this an entire thing for this family, and they literally came home to a fully functioning 133-inch full HD Klipsch and Yamaha theater. Now, I put that out to you to say, my phone number comes up on the screen right here, because if you can dream it, this is what we do. We are so thankful to work for you. If you can dream it, this will be. We can take a perfectly normal room that they thought was going to be a workout room. It already had a workbench in here with weights in here when we got here, and we turned it into a fully functioning, fully streaming 5.1 Yamaha, Klipsch, Sony, Mac Daddy theater. Okay, 2019 Chevrolet Camaro. It has a factory radio, which is this OK radio right here, and it does touchscreen and CarPlay and all that. So I get not wanting to change that part. It is a difficult change. So when you do that, I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of the Fix 82 right now. JL Audio makes a piece that plugs into your factory radio to allow it to sound like a really nice radio. So but it's like taking a factory radio and making it sound like a $2,000 radio. It actually beefs up the RCAs, beats up the sound quality, and cleans out some of the distortion that comes with a factory radio. Not to get too long-winded. Now, we didn't do 200 watts in here, or 300 watts, or 400 watts. We did 1,600 watts in this vehicle. Now, the fact that Phoenix Gold makes a 1,600 watt multi-channel amplifier, and I'm just gonna let you take a little peek around my shoulder right here. We mounted it in behind the seat. Look at that unbelievable, magnificent, wonderful, and you may not be looking at it like I do, but that is absolute beautiful to me. Now, that's 1,600 watts multi-channel that runs crossovers, everything built into it. So with the JL piece and that, now you have massive power. Now, you're seeing a cutaway of the trunk, 2 punch 12-inch subs that are beating the brakes off of this thing. So we did Alpine Type R speakers front and back, kept all the factory grills, nothing had to be modified there. We didn't even modify the actual plug-ins for it. It was just very, very simple. We use our own pieces that plug into the factory wire. That way, if you ever do sell your 19 Camaro SS, but why would you? You can go back to stock. It's not a big deal. We'll put it back to stock at no charge to you. So now, here we are with all this stuff. We'll have a bass knob in place to turn the subs up and down separately. And now you have this factory radio. You didn't disturb your dash. Type R speakers, 12-inch punch subs, right? 1,600 watt Phoenix Gold amplifier, all in your face. I'm gonna give you a demo. I know it's gonna collapse because the microphone can't handle this kind of bass, but just bear with me for a second. Even if you don't like bass, just bear with me for a second, because this is ridiculous. I don't know. It's shaking everything in there. Main thing you need to know is you can hear it behind, and the mid, and the bass, all in even volume. The idea is so it's not just distorted, it sounds good. Listen, I'm an 80s disco boy, okay? But this makes music sound amazing. All music sound amazing. So the idea behind this, now you are not talking about a 6-hour project. This is about a 20-hour project, because you have to rewire everything in the vehicle to be able to handle 1,600 watts of Phoenix Gold. So I'm sure you've seen cutaways if we've been through this, but at the end of the day, it's all back together, nice and clean and simple. We've done everything that we can to sound insulate it where it doesn't rattle and go crazy like that, and you got great clarity. Job well done by our technicians. 2019 Camaro SS Phoenix Gold 1,600 watt amplifier and Kens. This is what we do. Okay, now Rivoli Downs is a subdivision in Macon, Georgia that has multiple entrance ways. So you have 3 different ways to get into this community. And with that being said, when the bad guys come, and if you don't have them on every house in the place, what do? Well, you do what we do. We do a lot of subdivision camera systems. So you see in the background there, you see we've got steel pole that puts it anywhere from 13 to 18 feet in the air, and then you have the cameras. The idea behind the different types of cameras, I'm sure you've seen the cutaway right now, is because we have to be able to see what kind of car, hopefully a face if they come through here, and definitely a tag. I just want to show you this. I've got my vehicle parked. I'm going to tap on this. I want you to see this. Ready? I'm going to just zoom in. That's my tag that says ear pain on it on my Scion. and that is about 75 feet away from that camera, and it sees in perfect. And then I can go over here, I can see everything. And let me tell you, if you're the bad guy, you are going to get caught. The idea behind these is, in other words, we hooked it up where they have internet. Obviously, we can see it from our phone. It is being recorded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everything is remote viewed and remote located. So the only thing that happens is you have the hardware of the camera and everything else is ta-da, it goes away, and it stores on this hard drive. And that way when the time comes, we can pop a thumb drive in. We do that for you because we give you a 2-year unconditional warranty when we do your camera systems for your house or your business or your subdivision. Security cameras, full HD, day-night vision, backed up by our service. And that is how it's done.
This is Linton Holloman. I'm the president of the Rivoli Downs HOA. We work with Ken Stereo Junction to have some cameras put in our neighborhood. We've got cameras that guard all our entrances to the neighborhood, and so far they've already paid off. We've only had them in a month, and we had a truck get broken into in the neighborhood. Somebody caught the exact time on their camera on their doorbell, and then I went back and looked at the camera that we had installed at the entrances, and in just a few minutes, within 30 minutes, I had full video of the perpetrators. I had from different angles, I had different cameras. I got them at 2 entrances. I sent that information to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. They were able to pull the tag number, identified the car right away, and knew all about it. So within 30 minutes, I got an email back from the Sheriff's Office saying they knew who it was. So Ken's did a great job installing it, supporting us after the fact, and keeping us up to date.
All right, also a great idea for Christmas, as we've learned through this show, is surround sound or whole house music. We have so many folks that will come in and go, I just want it easy to use, number one. I want it reliable, number two, and I want something that will last. And there's always the same exact things that kind of come in order. Well, Yamaha and Sony come to that order as far as your Christmas gift to you or family or friends or whatever you're doing. This is Yamaha. This is the first change that they've had in 6 generations. This is called the V6A. It's a brand new amplifier. Look how beautiful. Brand new fascia, brand new everything. It is a 700 watt amplifier. Here's what's key to this, what you really, really need to know, and I'm going to flip this around so you can get an idea, is this is a 5-channel or 7-channel amplifier, but it has a, right here, very, very important, Zone 2. What that means is I can have my surround sound playing, but I can have music playing elsewhere in my house or outside on my porch at the same time. Not the same thing. This allows me to listen to the football game inside and listen to Jimmy Buffett outside, or listen to Jimmy Buffett inside and listen to football. You see where I'm going with it. But this thing has a thing called MusicCast. That's why it has this Ethernet port on it. And when you use the Wi-Fi or the hardwired parts of this into your internet, you now have full phone control. I'm sure you're seeing a cutaway of the MusicCast app right now that allows all of your apps to conglomerate into one app. So like Pandora and iHeartRadio and Spotify and all of those conglomerate into one, and you can actually control the zones from your phone, turning them up and down separately. So that means you can have 2 things going on at one time at 2 different volume controls, and it has 7 independent amplifiers in it, 700 watts. Now here you go, listen to this, $549. Now, let me just give you an idea how good that is. This was $699 for its predecessor, brand new model, brand new ready to go, for $549. Sony comes to the rescue with kind of more of an entry-level look at how we do things. This is a 5-channel surround sound, 500 watts of power. It is 4K upgradable, and this is full surround sound, not a 2-zone. It's a single zone, but listen, let's get ready. $299. Yamaha, these 2 guys battle each other if you want to put that out there. Yamaha is $349, 5-channel surround sound with HDMI. It does 4K up convert and the whole 9 yards built in, but this uses Bluetooth. So versus having it tied into your Wi-Fi like you did with the V6, this actually uses a Bluetooth. Doesn't give you the same distance from your phone like when you're playing your music, but it does come with that, and it's only $349. So when you come down here, I want you to see this. This is the 7-channel version of Sony, which is on sale for $399. And the reason I show you these amplifiers is so many folks will upgrade from us with their TVs, or they'll upgrade their speakers, but they're using their amplifier that they bought 9 or 10 years ago. And I had a gentleman in here Saturday that had everything plugging in, and it lost compatibility because everything's changed so drastically in the amplifier world or in the TV world. So you kind of have to make those together over time, and that's where all this comes in. What a great gift idea, right? Anywhere from $299 and up. So if you scoot around here, I just kind of want to give you an idea about TVs, anywhere from 22 inches all the way up to the very end. I'm going to bring you down this way. 86 inch. We carry LG, we carry Samsung, We carry Sony, and when you come into our stores, I always have kind of a 4K display and then just like a regular DirecTV display, because I don't want you to go home thinking everything looks like this crazy Sony 4K display, because not every channel is in that. So I make sure that you get a very fair comparison. I tell everybody, buy one size bigger than you think you need, and this is what we do. We offer tech support, we offer setup and delivery, we offer hanging it over your fireplace, stacked stone, brick, whatever it may be. We offer conduit and electrical work. We offer all these things that kind of do a turnkey. And if it's one of those gift ideas, if you're watching this right up until Christmas, you can buy this package from us, and we set it up to do after Christmas or in January or whatever floats your boat, and you can get it all wrapped up, put a big bow around it, and put it under the tree. That's pretty cool. Now we have some new plans that came out called Elite and Platinum, and when you get to be an Elite member of Ken's or a Platinum member of Ken's, it comes with setup and delivery. It comes with on-site service for 1, 2, or 3 years, and anywhere from 24 to 72-hour guaranteed service, depending on if you choose the Elite or the Platinum plan. So when you come into the stores, talk about those plans. They're really all about you. It's all about the service side of it. Now, just a little icing on the cake. I kind of put my pitch out there for Christmas. I want you to see this. This is the newest LG 86-inch 4K. It is the largest flat panel that you can buy right now that is at reasonable price. There is a 100-inch TV out right now for $65,000. But when you, yes, I did say $65,000. But when you come in, please know that these TVs that were $3,000 and $2,500 are now $500, $600, $700 off of retail right now while supplies last on these 86 inches. Matter of fact, I did have quite a few of them selling for $17.99 all the way up to $22.99, depending on which model you chose. But just look at the size of me and look at the size of this. That's all. So I'm not telling you everybody has to have an 86 inch, but I think everybody deserves an 86 inch. I want you to turn back this way. This is where we're going to finish. We carry audio and we carry video. We carry car stereo. It's who we are. We do security. It's a very big part of who we are. But all of that is like a big giant globe that finishes off with service. So I want you to buy from us throughout the entire year. Christmas time is special. We thank you for giving us that time. But I kind of want you to just remember, we are all about the relationship from us to you. So when you come in, bring the ads, show us what you can buy it for. We'll match that price, but we'll start a relationship. And that is awesome. So Thomaston Road Church of Christ, I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of their big, beautiful building in Thomaston Road in Macon, Georgia. And the idea behind this is how it all lays out. So when it's done the right way, this is what I call perfection. We've got digital amplifiers taking care of sound, digital Yamaha TF5 digital mixer. Now, the idea behind this is you can tune this to however or whatever you're using for your worship, for your sound, for however you're doing it, and then you can lock the tune. The idea behind this is when tampering hands come out and do what tampering hands do, you can put it back where it was when it was perfect when we tuned it for you. Now, going from here, you go to here, this is our camera control. So we have our joystick control here in our T-bar. This allows me to go from camera to camera. This keeps it simple, so when I'm streaming, the idea behind all this is for streaming, I can have multiple views. They have 3 cameras for multiple views, and this just gives me an easy way to do this. Pro Presenter 7 in place, that's their newest. That gives them all control, and they can bring in anything from outboard, meaning I can put my hymnals in, I can put my announcements in, I can put my Bible study in or whatever I want to do. Scripture, anything you want to do can be controlled from there. This is what it takes for everything for the new world that we live in, because we have a on-site live congregation and we also have an online live congregation, and this takes care of that. Okay, now in the sanctuary, we wanted to have multiple views with an HD view. Before they had like a projector. I hope you're seeing a cutaway right now. I can't remember if I had that. Before they had like a projector on the screen. So we did 85-inch 4Ks in the front, 75-inch 4Ks on the sides, and if you'll flip around to the back, we have an additional 75-inch here. So, and what you'll notice, what's really unique about this particular window is right up under it is a PTZ optics camera, and this allows to have the dead center view of what you're seeing in front of you. So this is here, and then we have side-mounted cameras taking care of the other views. Now, here's what's cool is no matter where you're sitting, so if I am sitting here, I have got a perfect view of anything that they put. Look, they can actually have the camera view up there, side camera view up there. We can show scripture up there. We can show their bulletin or the hymnals up there. But I have a view no matter where I'm at. So if people are up or standing or moving, everything is at the right height to be able to see. Now, in the world of sound, you'll see the 1, 2, 3, 4 sanctuary They're 15-inch two-way, and we've got about 5,000 watts of power. And the reason we do so much power is not necessarily because it can be loud. It can be loud, but it's so you have a good coverage of sound. And if you have a worship service that goes, 2, 3, 4 hours long, they can handle that kind of pressure. Everything up here is nice and neat. We've got 2 subwoofers that we kind of blended into the stage, so that's all nice and clean, and everything is out and out of the way. Now, last but not least, I want you to see we have a custom shelf over there that holds one of our other PTZ optic cameras, and that's a robotic camera to see a side view. And the reason I bring that to you is when I'm standing here and I'm preaching, it is so nice for folks that are shut-ins or for folks that can't be here because of whatever season we're in to be able to get that feel of the congregation. So they get the worship from the pastor, they get the feel. As you see that there it is right there, you can see how it all comes up perfect. It's all HD. I mean, this is the way it is done, folks. So Thomaston Road Church of Christ on Thomaston Road in Macon, Georgia, they have got everything in place for your online worship and your in-person worship, and I am so thankful to work for them. This turned out perfection. Hey, thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Here we are at the end of 2020. A lot of people are saying, I sure wish 2020 was gone, and I get that. It's been a really crazy year. I've seen a lot of people go through a lot of sickness and a lot of crazy, just really, really crazy plans of life or ways of life or seasons of life is probably the best way to say it. And with that, I just want you to know that I pray daily, my family prays daily for our community, for our government, and it goes out to you to say, please do that, please pray. I want to put that out there to you. Thank you for spending an entire year watching all these cool things that we get to do for you. We are 40 plus years in business. We are family owned. We have 25 plus employees, and what we do is super fun. And it is all luxury items. We know that you don't need it. It's not oxygen, right? I get that, but we really enjoy what we do, and I want to tell you from our family to yours that we are very thankful to work. And we are very thankful that you employ us to do what we do. Our social media will come up here on the side, and I want to encourage you to go to the social media. We have totally changed our website around. We're changing our Facebook around and our Instagram around, and you'll see these come up. And I want you to go to those because we're going to be doing daily specials and giveaways, which is super, super cool. And on our Instagram, we're going to be doing like 10% off and 20% off, depending on what you're looking for, these stuff. And we do this to make sure that you see all the cool things that we get to put our hands on. The idea is to give you ideas so that when you come through, you'll challenge us. My phone number comes right here with my brother's phone number. That's my partner. You can call us anytime you want. I encourage that. I'm telling you, you can call the owners of the company, and it is in our best interest because you employ us, right? Now, let's not forget the reason for this season. Here we are at the end of the year and Christmas, and Jesus Christ is the reason for our season. In John 1:29, it says, "Behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." It was a specific plan that got in place. He allowed Jesus to be born, to come here as man, to live 30 years before he started his ministry, to do three and a half years of his ministry, and to die for our sins. There's no human being on earth that would want to see their child go through that. But what he said is, I am God, and this has to happen because he saw us as valuable. Me, you, the unbeliever, the believer, the sinners, the crazy people, the not so crazy people, the sweet people, the loving people, the hardworking people, the lazy people, all of them have value to God. That is what Christmas is about, is us remembering that everyone has identical value, that we all have been given the privilege of loving back because of Jesus' love for us. Merry Christmas. Come see us at Ken's in Macon in Warner Robins. Hello, Mike Jones. Hello. Hello, Mike Jones. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go. Ready, set. Where'd y'all get this from? Michael shadowing the remote.